Especially as coronavirus cases rise nationwide. Dr. Angela Demery is a veteran and consultant for a public health firm. Good morning, Dr. Demery.
Oh, good morning. Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you so much. So why do you think there is a need for more veterans in Congress and serving their communities at all levels?
Absolutely. We are seeing more and more of this partisan divide, and it was what inspired me to run for office back in 2016 and why we need more veterans running for office now. Veterans are uniquely trained to bring together diverse coalitions to accomplish that collective mission. And, we really need more veterans in Congress just bringing everybody together to serve that collective mission, which right now is putting an end to this pandemic.
And Dr. Demery, right now we are soon to be looking live at Arlington, where there's so many people that will gather throughout the day to remember our veterans who have served and risked their lives. So tell me and connect the dots between the role that veterans can also play in an elected office.
Sure. I think it's so important with fewer than 1% of Americans serving in the military to be serving in these roles of elected office at all levels where they've actually walked the walk. Many of us may know somebody who's lost their lives in service, and really making sure that these laws that are being passed impact veterans and military members in the way that they were intended to.
And when I think of veterans, I think of some of the strongest, most dedicated employees in general, and no matter what role they play. What characteristics would you say that veterans can bring to an elected office?
Absolutely. We understand mindset and resiliency required to handle and manage the long days on the campaign trail, as well as we know how important it is for everybody to have a battle buddy and to have that staff that's going to support you and guide you along the way, as well as, we may have all had the experience of coming together to do a job that maybe wasn't in our job description or it wasn't the most fun part. So when we're talking about dialing for dollars and raising the funds required for a successful campaign, veterans definitely have the skill set to know how to get that job done.
And we've got about 25 seconds left, Dr. Demery. I want to focus also on your call for public health experts to also be in office. Of course, we're in a pandemic. Why is that important?
It's so incredibly important because as we saw this last election cycle, as we polled voters, 2/3 of voters were saying that they had a lot of trust in their public health officials. And we need to restore the faith and trust in our government as we're making these key decisions to lead through a pandemic.
It is so interesting for you to make that connection this morning. Live with us, Dr. Demery. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.
You too.